I've got quite the update. I've got quite the update. Ah, I can get so excited over stuff. And I start buying things. But I'll get to that later. I got a stack of stuff here that I bought. I'm proud to say that I'm still within the limits that I set for my collection goal, so I didn't violate anything, but I'm going to change something. That is for sure. If you've been watching, I set myself a goal, which is basically a set collection of games that I want to get for myself. The other thing is, by the way, if you've noticed that I wear this sweater a lot, I do because it's cold in here, and I wear this when it's late, and it's sort of a. Oh, okay. That's Giles. That's Giles again. But let's move on and not talk about what I wear. I brought it up. Sorry. Let me first show you what my collection goals were. No green screen this time. This is just it. These are the games that I'm aiming to collect. Now, a number of them I have acquired in the meantime. Castlevania Lords of Shadow is one of them. The Devil May Cry HD Collection series is one of them. Far Cry 3 is one of them. Those are a number of games. I've crossed them off the list. So basically, if I do the math, I'm at I think I'm at 28% of my collection goal, which is I don't know. Which means probably that I'm ahead of schedule. I didn't really set myself a schedule. I thought I was going to collect these games or get these games within this year, 2015, but I don't think I'm going to make that because some of the games are really expensive and don't seem to be coming down in price. Like Xenoblade Chronicles, it's everything I see is over 100, and it's just not gonna happen. I don't want it that bad. Forget it. Same as Caladrius Blaze, which is very expensive. Folklore, I saw one today for 130. This is all too much. Too much. So no. But what I am doing, and what is within the rules, I pre-ordered Xenoblade Chronicles X, by the way, because I can buy it. I can basically get it now for $55, which is new retail price. Still expensive, but a really good game that is on my list that I want for the Wii U, and it's affordable now. I'm pretty sure it's going to go up in price. So. That's not why I'm getting it, but if I want it, I better get it when it's get it while it's hot, basically. So the other game, the Xenoblade Chronicles, I'm just gonna cross off the list for now because I don't really want to add games to the list. I think I'm allowed to do that if I decide that the collection goal extends beyond 2015. If I just say, well, this is my collection goal, because it looks like it's going to take much longer than I thought anyway, and I'm enjoying the fact that I have a set list, and that I can just skip all the shit games that I don't want to buy. And I'm not buying any games. I've not bought a single game outside my collection goal, and that is good. I can walk into a thrift store, I can walk into a retail store and just leave games there that are really dirt cheap. They can buy new, but they're not in my collection goals list, so I can just say to myself, forget it. Bar one. And that is where this story is going, because my collection goal now looks like this. As you can see, I've taken out Xenoblade Chronicles and I've put in Elite Dangerous. In my previous video, I was very grateful towards Mark for giving me, basically giving me an old PC that he had, and Giles for, well, just for being himself, basically. In order to play DayZ. And I can play DayZ. It's very low spec PC, with regard to what DayZ wants. So I have to turn all the detail down, but it plays. It's playable. And then, and sitting here now, I can't even remember how we got so far. But I got to talking with Giles, and he said, that we were talking about a PC upgrade. And the thing is, I had a bonus. I had a bonus from my employer, which was very cool, and it was quite a lot of money. And I was thinking, should I get a PS4 for that money? Because those things seem to be falling out of the sky, those things appear to be very obtainable and very affordable. And with the bonus money, I could have bought a number of them, and I could have bought one. But the weird thing is that I was ready to get the console without getting a game, because I don't know what game to get for the PS4. And then I thought, okay, let's not do that. Let's do something else. So I was talking to Giles, and he said, why don't you buy off Amazon a bundle of a motherboard and a CPU and some memory, and upgrade the PC. Maybe get a new graphics card as well. Now, when I'm at that point in the conversation, and the Amazon links start flying, and I start looking at the prices, I think, oh God, and I just decided, I talked it over with my wife even, what should I do? She said, just go for it. And I've bought on Amazon this, which is only a little bit larger than my face. But it's the combo. It's a motherboard with the CPU installed and 4 gigs of memory. And this has a graphics capabilities as well. It has PCIe slots. It has a fast AMD processor thing above, and sound card. Very nice. And I bought this off Amazon UK, and they had free shipping inside the UK. So I shipped it to a good friend of mine, and who lives in Wales, and he put it in a box together with this, because Giles was also good enough to send me a link to this graphics card, which is used, a second-hand card. It's a, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 550 Ti, which is not the best card around, granted. But it will do. It will do for DayZ, because I've seen that. I've seen gameplay of that. And it will do for Elite Dangerous. Now, I am going to play Elite Dangerous. I've been talking about it with a colleague of mine. He's really serious about it, and I've been watching a lot of videos about it, and I can't wait. I really can't wait to start playing that game. I love it. Maybe I'll do some sort of a review thingy about it. I don't know, but it's if you haven't seen it, just go look at the pictures, go look at the gameplays. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's really something. But I need a joystick because you can't play that with the keyboard. Well, you can, but it's, you know, it's much better when you get a joystick. So I've been looking at joysticks. Now I don't have it yet. It's underway. I found a cheap one, a good one, which is hands-on throttle and stick. So it's basically you have your flight stick and your throttle, and there's all kinds of buttons there, and you can really fly a ship. You get the feeling that you're really controlling a ship. I can't wait to get that. So I've this arrived today, just basically like an hour ago. So Giles, thanks again for letting me use your address and being my mailman, basically, and you know, paying for the advance shipping and that kind of thing. But you know, I'll pay you back. That's no problem. So this thing is gonna get me back into PC gaming. I used to be a PC gamer. I used to play the hell out of Quake 2 on the PC, and Duke Nukem 3D, and I played Myst on the PC. Lots of stuff. And I've left it a long time ago, and I'm getting back into it. So and I'm gonna do that with Elite and DayZ. So those are my. That is why I've put Elite Dangerous in my collection list. But I've taken one game out, which is going to cost me a lot more. It's going to cost me like 100 or 150, you know, including shipping. And I'm taking that out, and I'm putting Elite Dangerous in. It's a download game only. It's 50 euros, and I'm going to get that. So stuff has changed in my collection. I'm going to get another game, take one out. I think I'm going to add some more PS3 games. I was watching Metal Jesus' top 10 PS3 games list. It had a lot of games that I already have or that I've already on my list, except 2, so I may just add them. But in exchange for that, I'm going to just make that collection goal my collection goal, not just for 2015, but longer. So, one other thing that I wanted to talk about, I've been watching Labasu's, is that how I pronounce it? I've watched all your PS1 collection videos. I've been commenting on them. They're very relaxing. They're very informative, and I'm so jealous of the fact that you hold up those games and they look like new. They look like pristine. Now, you know, that probably has something to do with your personality. It's just fine, but it's led me to sort of take care of my games as well. So I've made this. I cleaned up the box. I used WD-40 like you do to make it look nice. I used another box because the box it was in, that it had a crack, so I opened it up. I have 3 Final Fantasy VIIs, by the way, but I didn't have a strategy guide, so I got a strategy guide for Final Fantasy VII and the game. I've played Final Fantasy VII, not nearly far enough to be able to really talk about it. So, but having this. I've been having this in my living room, just sitting there for me to look at, you know, taunting me like, play me. So I now have this set together, which is, it looks nice, it feels nice. So there's that. Whew. Now, the last thing I want to say is that I'm going to do, and I'm going to film that right now because I'm going to put this in my PC right after I turn off the camera. I'm going to do an overview video of this. Now that's going to be sort of a test. I've seen a channel that's been dead for a long time, channel by Johnny Johnson. He did a review video of an Asus motherboard as well. That was really simple. It was just camera and him pointing at the stuff that is on the board. Now he's had a number of views on that video that I think, well, you know, That's amazing. And I just want to do that test. You know, I want to test if I do that, if you know, if that leads to the same amount of views. So the next video that I'm gonna make before I put this in the PC is gonna be a very dull and a very boring overview of what this is. If you're into that, you're welcome to view it. Otherwise, I'd say, you know, skip it because whatever. So that's it. I got work to do.